Welcome back to the Dumb Science Show, where curiosity meets chaos and somehow you leave smarter anyway.
Or at least more confident about your poor life choices.
Today we're touring 5 glorious scientific blunders, the moments when very clever people were very publicly wrong.
Finally, my area of expertise.
Buckle up. History, hubris and a surprising amount of leeches.
Number 1, bloodletting. When doctors thought you were a juice box.
For nearly 2 millennia, medicine worshipped the 4 humours. Blood, phlegm, black bile, yellow bile. Illness? Obviously your liquids were unbalanced.
Solution: open the human and let the vibes out.
Exactly. Bloodletting for fevers, headaches, acne, heartbreak. If you had it, they drained it. Physicians used lancets. Barbers used multi-tiered leech stacks like they're making a horrible sandwich.
Sir, how many leeches would you like on that?
The worst part, it wasn't fringe. Elite hospitals bled patients on schedules. And yes, George Washington's final illness in 1799 was treated by removing an estimated almost 2 litres of blood in under a day.
Incredible. He's weak. Remove the strength.
Placebo and timing fooled everyone. People sometimes improved despite the ritual, and doctors yelled, "See? It works."
Classic survivorship bias. Like me saying my diet works because I only gained some weight.
What killed bloodletting? Data. In the 1800s, Pierre Louis tracked outcomes and found bleeding didn't help pneumonia. Germ theory and physiology finished the job.
So the lesson is, don't fix a flat tyre by letting more air out.
Precisely. Also, avoid strangers with jars of worms.
Put that on a t-shirt.
One more twist. Leeches never fully died out. They're still used sparingly in microsurgery for venous congestion.
So, leeches got demoted from universal cure to niche plumbing. Career arc.
Number 2. Measuring morals with a tape measure. 19th century science had a crush on measurement. Enter phrenology. Read the bumps on a skull, diagnose the soul inside.
Imagine going on a date and someone brings calipers. You seem untrustworthy. Your forehead says so.
It branded traits onto brain organs. Benevolence here, combativeness there. It seeped into classrooms, police, even hiring.
Sorry, mate. Your cranium says you're late on Tuesdays.
The real damage was how it fueled racism and classism, objective skull metrics to justify horrific policies.
Nothing like bad science with a fake moustache calling itself truth.
Neuroscience killed it. The brain doesn't parcel personality into cranial Lego blocks. Complex functions are distributed and plastic.
Translation: your skull is not a resume.
Nor a criminal record.
Good, because mine says enthusiastic snacker. Did phrenologists ever scan themselves?
If they did, the self-awareness region was strangely absent. 3. Einstein's static universe, when the smartest guy overrode his own math. Even Titan's trip. Einstein's general relativity predicted an expanding universe, but he believed the cosmos was static. So he added a cosmological constant to cancel the expansion. A fudge factor.
The scientific version of I meant to do that.
Then Edwin Hubble observed galaxies receding. Expansion was real. Einstein later called the constant his biggest blunder.
I feel that. My biggest blunder was trying to microwave a fork. Similar vibe.
Ironically, the cosmological constant came back a century later as a way to model dark energy, the thing accelerating expansion.
So his mistake was accidentally future-proof.
More like a wrong reason, right tool. Great example that science self-corrects, sometimes in loops.
I also self-correct, usually by deleting tweets. Wait, the universe is expanding faster and faster.
Yes.
Same as my monthly snack budget. Terrifying. Number 4. Cold fusion free energy, free headlines, no replication.
In 1989, Ponce and Fleischmann announced cold fusion at room temperature, fusion without star-level heat.
Unlimited clean energy. That's like saying, we invented free Wi-Fi that never drops during Netflix.
Press loved it. Labs rushed to replicate and mostly failed. Method details were fuzzy, signals were near noise. Within months, the claim collapsed.
So the peer review was a press conference.
Exactly the error. Public announcement before rigorous replication. It scorched trust and careers.
And yet, people still chase it, right?
Research into low-energy nuclear reactions exists at the fringes, but mainstream physics remains unconvinced. The core lesson stands: extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence.
Or at least working instructions, not written like IKEA for quarks.
Step 1, assemble neutron. Step 2, cry.
If they'd named it mildly lukewarm fusion, expectations would have been manageable.
Incentives matter. Hype is easy. Replication is everything.
And last but not least, Mars climate orbiter, when units destroyed a spaceship.
1999. NASA's Mars climate orbiter. $125 million. The navigation software expected Newton seconds, but a contractor fed pound for seconds.
So the maths was bilingual and failed at small talk.
The probe dipped too low into Mars's atmosphere and disintegrated. A unit conversion error, the most expensive oops in algebra.
That's like ordering a pint and getting a thimble because someone used dollhouse measurements.
Afterward, NASA enforced stricter unit standards and verification procedures. Failure became a process upgrade.
Painful tuition fee, that.
Aerospace has a saying: space is hard. It gets harder if your ruler changes halfway through.
Note into self. Measure twice. Convert once. Don't explode. Genuine question. How do geniuses land face first like this?
3 big traps. 1, sticking to elegant ideas despite ugly data. Theory loyalt.
My beautiful hypothesis. Can't be wrong. It moisturizes.
2nd, incentives, fame, funding, publications. They reward being first, not being correct.
Headlines buy you coffee. Retractions buy you humility.
3, human brains love patterns. We see what we expect.
My brain. I always pick the fastest queue. Reality. I live at the supermarket.
The antidote is dull but powerful. Pre-registration, replication, blind analysis, adversarial collaboration.
Translation. Get friends who will roast your work before the internet does.
Exactly. Quick lightning round. Science's smaller faceplants.
My specialty. To be fair, some sandwiches at my fridge attempt this.
Pasteur's sterile flasks said otherwise. Life comes from life.
If I lived in the bloodletting era, I'd be permanently anemic.
You'd be sold as a walking lech buffet.
Phrenology would scan my skull and diagnose snack addiction.
That one might be valid.
If Einstein can fudge a constant, I can fudge my taxes.
You absolutely cannot.
Hypothetically, for comedy.
Not legally binding. Here's the thread through all 5. Science is not a library of facts. It's a method. It advances by being wrong in public, then correcting harder.
So failure isn't the villain. Secrecy is it.
Precisely. Show your work, invite critique, change your mind. That's not weakness. That's the whole point.
Which means there's hope for me. I fail constantly.
You're a one-man longitudinal study.
Thank you. I think.
All right, tonight's takeaways. Don't drain patience like Capri Suns. Your skull is not a horoscope. Even geniuses carry erasers. Replication beats press tours. And please, pick a unit system and stick to it.
And subscribe before we accidentally convert your like into a Newton.
We'll be back with more tales of brilliant minds, bad ideas, and better data.
Same pub, same chaos. See you next time. Cheers.